guys, this is Rosanna from All Gifts Matter, and as I mentioned on some of the Facebook groups, I would do a quick demo of how I make my little whistles. That is just the whistling part that I just wanted to show you. So you're gonna need a little slab of clay, probably, I don't know, 4 millimeters thick. That's that. The length is, I mean, this one is about 3 inches, and you probably don't need all of that anyway. So you're gonna need that, a skewer or something like a skewer. And this is a dowel actually, and that is about 5 millimeters thick. And I also have another one, because you will need to, and I'll show you in a minute why. So that's that. And it's actually, it is simple, but just a little bit fiddly, and you need to get it right for it to whistle. But it's not a very complicated thing. So the first thing, you want to make a tube. So I'm just going to do this kind of a bit roughly, you know, the main thing is the whistling part really. So you want to create a closed tube. I'm just going to do it roughly, as I said. And this, you don't really have to do one at a time either. Like when I make it, I make like a long strip, and then I make like 3 or 4 whistles at a time. So, but I'm just going to show you the one, and then obviously it's up to you what you're going to do with it. So you make the tube as smooth as you can. Obviously, I am a little bit OCD with smoothing, you probably have noticed in my videos. And then you smooth it all around. Make it nice and rounded. Just gentle, don't push too hard and roll, because otherwise the hole will enlarge as well, and you don't want the hole to be too big. Just small adjustment when it comes to this whistle, I found. So once you have your tube, I just do this a little bit, just to smoothen on the inside also, because the inside you want it to be like nice and clear. So you've got your tube, you're going to smoothen the ends and save. You're gonna need a little piece of that. I'll show you how in a moment. So that's both sides straight. Okay. So you've got your tube, and then at about 1 inch, I say, away, I have a blade, but you can also obviously use just a normal knife. But so about 1 inch away from one end, you put it as straight, you put your blade or your knife, whatever you're using, as straight as you can, and make a cut all the way to the dowel so that you hit the dowel. So that's your first step. So you've got that, and then you tilt this at 45 degrees, and let's say about less than a centimeter, not a lot. You don't want to leave a lot of room. And then you make another cut at 45 degrees until you hit the side, you know, it meets with the other cut that you made. And then you remove that piece. Okay? So for now, you have this. And that's what it looks like from the side. Yeah. Then you just want to tidy up a little bit. You don't want to make the hole too big, but you want to make sure you smoothen the corners, because those are weak points and they can crack. So you smoothen the corners and then tidy up the hole, which should be like kind of like a grain of rice, more or less. But then obviously you need to do the trying and see the sound, but obviously I'll show you that in a moment. So that's that done. Right, then what do you do? So that looks like this, right? Can you see that? You can see the dowel inside, right? Then what you do is you put the dowel at where the other hole is, right? You put the dowel like there to close that hole, right? Just enough level with the cut, like level with your first cut, okay? So you do that. Then you get a little piece of clay. You just roll it like that, and you push it inside here, right? And then you get the other dowel, and you will press. You basically pushing the two dowels against one another, so that piece of clay will block that hole, basically. So you'll do that for a short while, nice and tidy. Yeah. So now these hole deep down that is blocked, right? Then what I do at this stage is I smoothen everything. So I'll put my brush inside just to smoothen the side of where I pushed that little piece, and on this side I just make sure it's clean, and there's nothing, no cracks or nothing. And that's what I'll do there. Okay, so that's that done. Then I'll put this dowel back in just to tidy everything up again. Get your brush if you need to, make everything nice and clean and smooth, because every little tiny bit of clay that is not where it should be, it can create issues and with the sound of your whistle. So you always want to make sure that everything is tidy and there's nothing in the way of the air blowing in, basically. So still with your dowel in it, now you move it back onto your second, like level with your second cut, and you get your needle tool and you insert it at the very top of your first hole, like at the very top, and you make a small hole. You pierce the small hole that goes through, just a small hole, right? Can you see the needle tool going in? So you see that? Yeah. Right, so you make a little hole there. And again, tidy up, make sure there's nothing inside the little channel that you've created with the needle tool. And again, just to make sure. Okay. Tidy up a bit. It's all about tidying up. That's the thing. It's easy, but it's very fiddly, as I said, because everything needs to be well aligned. That's the reason why a lot of people can't do it. It's because it's the alignment, and you need to do small adjustment. If it doesn't whistle, just small, very small adjustment at a time, and try until it whistles, basically. So the first time you try it, it's probably not going to whistle, perfectly normal, but then we'll go through some of the things that could be wrong with it. Because the main thing is that this is the side, right? So you've got that 45 degree, and then you've got this. Now that needs to be exactly straight, and this needs to be exactly a 45 degree. And when you do the little hole, this is the side. Now this is blocked, and then you do your little hole, right, with your needle too. So this is the whole whistle. If essentially what happens is the air, when you blow, goes in, circle, and then escapes, and this is the angle is what makes the sound, really. So the air goes here, gets compressed, and then it shoots out, and that's what makes the sound. So that's basically what should happen. So to try it, you'll take your dowel out, you put your finger, you cover that, and then try it and see what happens. See, so that's not whistling yet, only a little bit. Now, what I do at this stage, you basically need to fiddle with where the hole is and where it hits, when where the air hits when it goes in. So the small adjustment only have to come like you either push this down a little bit, or you lift the hole up a little bit. So this is the thing that you need to basically fiddle with, and eventually it will whistle, but you just have to be very patient and only do small adjustment. Like the first thing I'm going to try is to push these down a bit and see what it sounds like after I've done that. So that's the first thing I'm going to try. So I've pushed this side down a little bit. If I push that in now, you see a little bit of resistance there, because I pushed it down a bit to see what happens when I try again. See, now it's already working a lot better, because the air that I blow is going in the right place when I blow through. So that means that this is better further down. Let's try again. You block that. So I mean, I'll be pretty happy with this, because obviously this is for water whistles, so that's basically it. So you just have to fiddle with the position of the tiny hole where you blow into, and where these sharp corner end, basically. So that's the essential part of the whistle. Now, if it works like this, it will work with your actual whistle, like, you know, whatever you create to insert the whistle into, it will work. If it works like this, it will work. If it works like this, it will work after it's fired. It will work. It, you know, it's just, yeah, that's how it is. So now, once you've got your tube and your whistle, you know, works, then let's pretend that this is your enclosed form where you have to insert your whistle. You want to make sure that everything inside is nice and clean, like, because when you put the whistle, you don't want it to find anything in the way. You know, the air needs to circulate nicely. So what I do, obviously this is not exactly what I do, but so yeah, what you want to do is just put it level, or you won't be able to see this, but so you don't put it in too much, basically. You just put it like, kind of like that, right? And then you will, you can't do anything on the inside, obviously, because it's an enclosed form. So you will secure the outside of it, but make sure that everything is, there's nothing in front. So you can still have, you can't have your dowel in it anymore, because obviously that's closed. So you will just secure the outside with a little coil, and then just smoothen everything with either with your fingers or with a tool. And that's your, basically your whistle done. That was obviously a very rough demonstration, but yeah, this is it really. So once that's there, no matter what's at the end, once this works on its own, it will work with whatever you put at the front, and it will create some sound. So that's basically it. I hope this helps, and if you have any questions, just let me know. And thank you for watching. Bye for now.